Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Today's video we're going to talk about an all-new machine, not just a machine for the farm. This is going to be a machine we're using here in Kentucky. I'm in Kentucky on a 5-day bow hunt, and we're going to be using this brand new 3 miles on it machine for all of our hunting adventures here. And we're going to do all kinds of stuff, feeding corn, putting out cameras, doing all kinds of fun stuff. And hopefully if we're successful, we may put something in the back of this thing. But let's walk around this machine, show you all about it. There's no videos online yet about this. It's a brand new machine, and super excited to share this with you. So let's show you the machine. Okay, so first glance, I'm sure y'all could probably see by now, it is big. And when I say big, this is not T Boss 550 big. This is like Ranger XP or Polaris big. This thing is a big machine, and it has a ton of power. When you look at the suspension, you have adjustable shocks, all the things people usually like to see, A-arm guards, plastic but pretty stout. This bumper is like, forget it, like absolutely hardcore. It does come with a 4,500 pound winch. We'll talk about the price at the end of this video too. Look at the size of this bed. I mean, the bed is like the bed of a truck. It's crazy. This does not come with it. I actually bought that. We'll talk about that here in a minute. But it has a ruler so you can lie to your friends about what size fish you caught, cup holders. You have like little bucket indentation so you can, if you set buckets here, they won't slide. And of course you have your tie downs. You can put slots in here. And this is kind of that Polaris design that you see in a lot of other machines where you can buy accessories like this. And this is just a case by Kemimoto. I'll put the link down there if you guys are interested in something like this. But I got this to be on this machine because I'm tired of barn dander being in every single thing that we have. And it has a rubber seal on it. So anyway, just an accessory. I think it's really cool. I swear it looks just like a Tacoma. And it's probably about the same size. Now we're going to talk about something that is something I've never seen ever in a side-by-side. Now you lift this up, and they're actually including a 2,000 watt power station with every side-by-side that's purchased. So these are not waterproof. It comes out, it goes back in. If you're camping, you need a light. You've got that, which is great. But also you have 4 110 plugs, lots of great stuff there. There's vent caps, which I'm told this machine as it sits will also come in an HVAC unit, meaning heating and air conditioning, like closed cab, sometime possibly next year in 2025. So we'll see. That sure would be nice on the farm. Hopping in here, turn the key, and actually you have 4 keys, 2 duplicates, but one is a valet key kind of, like that has a speed limiter, and one is not speed limited. So I'm not sure which is which yet, because again, I just picked this thing up, but let's listen to that engine note too. So nice looking display, pretty much everything you need on there, full color. When you go and turn the lights on, it will change to be dark, so it's not too bright for you. And keep your eye on this right here, where you can see it has like 2-wheel, where the back is the diff's locked. So now all 4 wheels, then front and rear diff is locked. Now this is the turf mode because you just have 1 wheel turning, so this is not going to tear up your grass. And you can kind of cycle through them for whichever one works best for you. So if you'll hear the engine rev, yeah, it's pretty impressive. It does have a seatbelt thing where if the seatbelt's not in, it will limit your speed, I think to 15 miles per hour, so you have to have a seatbelt. But what I want to show you next is under the hood, and this is impressive. All right, take the hood off, unlatch those 2 bolts, or like little screw things. But this is the part that I think is really cool. Here's your breather, okay? So this is going to be pretty protected, and it's really high up. It's not going to be, way high up, but it's well above the wheel wells and everything where some breathers can be. But check this out. So they thought ahead and they realized that a lot of people like to accessorize their machines. These are all different power inputs. So you can get power directly to the machine, or to whatever your accessory is, from the machine without having to go splicing a bunch of wires. And this to me is really smart. I think everybody should do that because someone's going to put a light bar on here. They're going to do something cool and accessorize it because it's a really nice looking machine, and why would you not? It's got a big old Massimo logo on the front, which is pretty cool. You could take this grill off, which I'm not really sure why you need to take the grill out unless you break it and want to replace it, but it's a pretty hefty machine. Yeah, y'all want to take it for a ride? Let's do that. All right, given the power of this unit, I'm going to be wearing my seatbelt because it kind of has the power to throw you around a little bit. and it is power steering.
Long and you pass up 120-inch deer, 125-inch deer, 130-inch deer, and it gets down to the last day, the quickest way to make me angry and not get invited back is to settle for a deer smaller than you've already shipped, than you've been passing all week.
All right, so I'm kitted out with my safety gear. I have my black hat. Got everything pretty much in the back of the side-by-side, and this is not a very far drive for us. Usually it can be a 20-30 minute drive or longer, but this time it's about a 5-minute drive, so we got that going for us. But Joey's gonna be driving me, and we've got the T Boss on the back of the trailer for its first ever mission. So, all right, let's go to work. Send it. Down like a pack mule. So I got all these cameras and everything. But got about 150 yard walk to get in, so we'll check out when we get in the stand. Well, I took a shot. I'll feel a lot better when we recover him, but it's the deer after, so hopefully we'll get this guy and I'll be able to show him to you. But it's super dark now, so fingers crossed. Well, last night was not my best work, y'all. The shot was great. Deer went down, not wounded. Praise the Lord. But I shot the wrong deer. So 10 minutes to last legal shooting light, and I decided to take a shot on the wrong one. But I will tell you right now, I would bet money that it was the right one in the moment, because I saw a whole lot more antler and tines than we saw in recovery. But yeah, like I said, not my best work. Not really what I came here to set out to do, but I'm going to be grateful for what the Lord provided. I'm grateful he wasn't injured and not recovered. Again, it was a great shot, great setup, and the folks at Salt River put me on a great deer, and my eyesight failed me and I made a bad decision. So, but again, fortunately he's okay, and that's what matters. And we're going to the taxidermist right now to pick up my 2023 buck, as well as I'll probably do like a Euro with this one and then get him processed. Because he's going to taste great. There's no question about that. But yeah, I struggle whether to put this in this video or not, but got to keep it real. So these things happen, man. As you learn, I'm a very experienced rifle hunter, but my journey to being a bow hunter is a process. But anyway, all right, I'll see y'all at the taxidermist. There's really not a good way to hold this guy without messing him up, but I want to show you in that velvet how beautiful he is. Look at that velvet. Again, not the biggest deer, but just the velvet was absolutely beautiful on him. So we're gonna go in here, probably do a Euro mount on the smaller one I got, and then go from there, hang with the guys. Okay, so we've been out here for a couple days. Let's just say that you're not in a place like this, right? You don't have a lodge, you don't have a barn, you don't have running water and power and stuff like that. And if you need to get power, you have the power bank, right? I already showed you guys that this thing comes with a 2,000 watt power bank, which is an awesome feature, right? How do you charge it? So it has a solar panel. You have to buy this separately, but the solar panel is something that goes right into power unit, and it can actually power it pretty efficiently. So we're in late day sun right now, okay? I'm not expecting this to be a huge demonstration, but I want to show you how this thing works because it is actually pretty slick setup. The panels are waterproof. The unit is not, so make sure the unit is not in direct water. But let me show you how the panels work, how you can set them out here and actually use the power of the sun if you're in a more remote place and you want to have, you know, your camp and everything else have power, and then, you know, this thing's going to get you out to where you need to be. So anyway, let's check this thing out. All right, so remember, here's the unit. It's got a nice little sheen of dust on it because, like, we've been out here riding this thing. This is where you charge it. This little guy comes with it, you know, little bug. Charge input. Whew, it is dusty. That's your charging input. Let's go ahead and get the panels out and get them set up, and we'll see how much is backfeeding into this thing. It should be pretty full. Remember, you can charge this with the 12 volt here. There's an adapter that will do that, but if you don't want to use fuel to do that, this is a pretty easy way to do it. So this thing comes like this. This is one of the bigger ones. I think this is the 300 watt. They have a 200 and 100. It just depends how fast you want to charge your power bank, but this should get the most use out of it because it has a lot of panels. And whoops, there goes the camera. Want to make sure you're getting it in the sun. Probably better to do it someplace where you're not in a gravel driveway. And this little kit comes with it. Has all kinds of adapters, plugs right into the panel and right into the unit, so should be pretty seamless. All right, so that one goes right into the unit itself. And then this will go into the panel, which is back here. And is it really that easy? It really is that easy. All right, so the plug plugs in right here on the back of this panel. There's some LED lights showing that it's working right here. Plugs right in the unit. We got power. It says in about 30 minutes, we'll be at 99%. 100 watts are coming in, 101. So right around 100 watts, probably because we're not in direct sun. I could probably mess with this and get that up a little bit, but to be honest, I don't know how important that is right now. I do think it's pretty cool, though, that you have a side-by-side that has a power station, because if we're using these things for hunting or camping or being in the outdoors, power is always important, and unless this thing was truly built in and waterproof, which would be amazing, this is the next best thing. So there's your solar panels, capturing all the sun from up here, going right into your power bank. How cool is that? Now, one thing, I'm going to see if I can't come up with some kind of cover for that, because that needs to probably be protected better. So anyway, how cool is that? All these solar panels will feed the power bank in your side-by-side and basically give you infinite power as long as the sun's up. So anyway, let's move on to the side-by-side.
Taxidermist yesterday we were looking at. And
Thank goodness Alex and his, was here.
So we're on about day 3 now, and lots of hunters have been successful, and we've just been driving to stands, driving people back and forth, and really kind of enjoying the process. Waiting for my meat to be processed so I can take it home, and then I'll probably be cutting the trip short a little bit. Got some family things I'm going to do. But I figured I'd show you guys around some of the trophy rooms, some of the other stuff here in the lodge. There's some beautiful animals here. It really is kind of a special place. And this is my 5th year being here, which is kind of crazy. But the people have always been amazing. I didn't shoot the biggest deer here, kind of messed up a little bit on that one, but it is what it is. Still had an amazing time, and that's really why you're here. It's for the camp vibe. But not going to show a lot of deer pics because obviously the platform we're on here, but I do want to show you some of the deer that have been harvested here in Kentucky. Kentucky is a beautiful state. If y'all haven't been there, like, it really is a beautiful place. But check out some of these different animals. And not all are gonna be from Kentucky. Some of these may be from other places, but you know, a lot of them are Kentucky bucks. Just beautiful animals. In this room, usually when you walk in, this is where a lot of folks will set their gear. You'll have their kind of ozone stuff going on, and then, you know, ping pong table. This is kind of a staging area for all the equipment so it doesn't go in the lodge. And when you walk through the lodge, you know, there's some more deer right there. You know, little dartboard. When you walk into the lodge, that's when you'll see living room area, pool table, which absolutely gets used, lots more taxidermy and mounts, and then towards the kitchen where everybody eats, everything else. Moving on over here, this is where the kitchen is. Got some desserts that were made last night. Fridge, obviously, coffee, which is great. And then, you know, drinks, water, they provide pretty much everything there. So showers and bathrooms back there. I'm not going to go back there because someone may be back there. But, you know, snacks if you want to take them to the blind. Let's check out the snackage. Just about anything that you'd want. Probably not the healthy stuff you want to eat while you're at home. So, but there's no calories at deer camp, which is what's good. So anyway, just figured I'd show you guys the inside of the lodge. We've actually had a lot of success testing out this T Boss 1000. Had a lot of fun with it. We put about 20 miles on it, not a ton of miles. It showed up with 3 miles on it, and you know, from there we've had a bunch of other hunters and a bunch of people riding it who have a lot of experience with side-by-sides. And the feedback was all very positive. A lot of people said it's very comfortable, capable on asphalt as well as off-road, and the 83 horsepower engine definitely has a lot of oomph. So push-button 4-wheel drive is great. You can go in turf mode, do some of the other stuff that would give you some options. The power station's really cool. It's just a nice machine. I told you I'd tell you what the price is. It's gonna be $15,999 at Massimo dealers, and I think you can order it through Tractor Supply and possibly some other outlets. So we'll put links to all that stuff in the description below. But anyway, I appreciate you guys coming along with us in Kentucky. It's a nice change of pace, right? Love being on the farm, but this has actually been a lot of fun, and hope you enjoy this kind of format. So I'll catch you in the next one. I'm Joe the Farmer. We out. It's really not a road trip without a nice little stop at Buc-ee's.
Hey, it's a redneck e-bike. Oh, it is, dude. I gotta get one of these. How much is this?
We take cheers back into time.
Good luck.
Whoa!